Hey, read through the word. Today is August 9th, and we are in Jeremiah again today. I told you this week was going to be some hard reading and some hard things, and today's another hard lesson. So here we are. Let's not see. We're not going to twist it. We're not going to run from it. We're going to look at it and see what it says. So sorry, I just dropped a pen. I titled this lesson today, Empty Words and Dry Cisterns. And I want us to look. Now, I told you yesterday that judgment is coming and things are starting to happen. And there are certain things that we've looked at in the book of Deuteronomy. We saw it in 1 Kings and we saw it in 2 Kings as well. And God's judgment He declares upon a people before they're ever taken from the land. The final thing will be taken from the land. But before that happens, the rains will stop. And that's where they are right now, is there's a drought. The drought, Judah has a drought that comes about right as the Babylonian invasion is getting ready to start. And we'll cover that in the next few days and stuff. But this is what's happening. I want us to take a look specifically at Jeremiah 14:3. And it says this. It says, the nobles send servants to get water, but all the wells are dry. The servants return with empty pitchers, confused and desperate, covering their heads in grief. And then if you read all the way through down, you'll see the people say, our wickedness has caught up with us, or has caught up with us, Lord. And then you'll see Jeremiah turn to pray to God, and then God's going to speak back. So I want us to take a look at that and this whole idea of empty words and dry cisterns. So we know we have the drought, and Judah is praying and mourning because of the situation they're in, not because of repentance. You ever think about this? Maybe with your children, or maybe when you were a child and your mother or you say you're sorry. You say sorry. And I don't, with my children, I don't allow that. You have to actually ask for forgiveness from. Don't just say I'm sorry. Sorry can be empty words. There's a reason there's empty cisterns. Empty cisterns is just as empty as their words. Because what they mean is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm in this situation. I'm sorry there's a drought. I'm sorry that wickedness has caught up with us. But I'm not sorry for the wickedness. This is not repentance. Their words are just as empty as the cisterns. The cisterns are empty because of no water. Cisterns sort of like a well. That's just the easiest way to explain it. It says, not even the nobles have water. And the farmers are ruined. There's nothing for them. But even the nobles can't send their servants to the city, to the cisterns to get water, because there's no water in the cisterns because there's been no rain. So, empty words and dry cisterns. They're empty cisterns. That's what a dry cistern is. It's empty. Just as empty as their words. And I think we're supposed to catch that. Because then what happens is Jeremiah intercedes on behalf of Judah, acknowledging their sin. And then this is a rare thing for us to see. God says, stop, Jeremiah. Do not pray for them. He says, do not pray and do not fast for the people. The judgment's coming. There's no way around it. Because they're upset that the cisterns are dry, not at why the cisterns are dry. It's where they are as a nation, that the words of the people are as empty as the cisterns in the land. And I have to think, are we those people? Want God to get us out of the mess we've made, not forgive us for the reason that we're in it. In this time of trouble, make this time stop. Do whatever it takes, Lord, but make this be over. It's too much to deal with. Whatever that time is. Maybe not the time we're living in right now, but maybe it's a time in your life that you've looked at and you've prayed, Lord, get me out of this mess. That's what they're saying. Get me out of this mess. Not looking at their hearts and saying, why are we in this mess? Because that's it. Not that God's up there throwing things at us. That's not how he works. But remember how we've talked about the hand of God, the protective hand of God? If we don't have, remember, covenant obedience, covenant blessing, blessings being, the face of God to shine upon you, of that and his protection. But when we do not obey, we remove ourselves from that. And then consequences fall upon us. The consequences of our own sin. This is the thing about living in a place with other people. The consequences of my sin sometimes fall on you. And the consequences of your sin sometimes fall on me. The consequences of my sin fall on my children. And my family. But we want out of the consequences. But we don't want to call sin sin and ask God to forgive us and for us to turn from it. There's lots of the little foxes of sin that we are really okay with in our life. That's not a big deal to God. He loves me. He wants me to have these things. No, he doesn't. He wants our holiness. And he wants us to not have empty words. To actually be in relationship with him. To communicate with him. And to give him our whole hearts. And we're going to continue to see this in Jeremiah as in Habakkuk would say, the hoofbeats of the Chaldeans are coming. They're coming. The end of the nation is within the next few days in our reading. And it's very close, and the nation is feeling it. But they still don't want to turn back to God. They just want the cisterns to fill back up. I hope we look at our life and think about those things. Do I want the cistern filled up? Do I want the mess gone? Or do I want God? Which one? I pray it's that we want God. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.